Welcome to the highlights of the third one-day international between the Windies and Bangladesh in the iPay ODI series, powered by Minister, co-sponsored by Marcel. The action coming from Warner Park in St. Kitts on a bright and sunny day in this decisive ODI, with the series tied one apiece coming into this match. The pitch here at Warner Park generally has been a good one, but this looked extra special, very hard, very firm, and of course you've got the very short straight boundaries here at this facility. On winning the toss, Mortaza, the Bangladesh captain, chose to bat first. Confirmation of the teams, with the Windies making a couple of changes. Kairan Powell coming in to replace Jason Mohammed, and Sheldon Cottrell coming in for Alzari Joseph. Bangladesh, with their experience of Tamim Iqbal, Shakib, and of course Mamadullah, unchanged throughout the series. We'll go straight to the top of the action now, where Atar Ali Khan was with Darren Ganga.
Good morning and a special welcome to all of you viewing. We're here live in St. Kitts, wonderful island, as we get set for the series decider. Opening batsman for Bangladesh, Tamim Iqbal, will take strike. What a wonderful record he has as a player for Bangladesh. And his partner, on the other hand, Animul Haq, have given good starts to Bangladesh in this series. Last one in particular. Animal was a little bit aggressive alongside me, Atar Ali Khan. The new man, Sheldon Cottrell. Starts with a wide. Yeah, runs. Nice looking shot. Punched away through the gap, and he will get a boundary. Not a very big ground. This will be a welcome relief for Animul Haq. His first boundary. It's 10 without loss.
Good shot off the back foot. It was really nicely played. Not an easy shot to play. Extra bounce also. He got nicely behind it and then hit it away in the gap. Well, he's been bowling down the leg side, and he's been picked up a few more runs down the leg side. They should come back for the second. That's a longer part of the boundary. So it's good running, and he needs to get his line and right.
Clipped away nicely. He will get a boundary. Diving effort from Kieran Powell. Again, Cottrell straying down the leg side.
Yeah, not good for Windies. Very good for Bangladesh. Tamim Iqbal will happily take it away. He's scored a number of shots in that direction. Better effort was needed in the deep. But as you rightly said, Darren, too much down the leg side. So easy pickings for the batsman at the moment.
Very nice. Didn't try to overhit it. Was searching for more timing, and he will get a very good result.
That is a terrific shot. It was off a good land. It was nowhere near a half volley, and hit it on the up, just suggesting how true this pitch is playing. Backing yourself against the bounce. That's not a bad delivery at all, but that is a terrific shot. A man who seems to be in a very good touch. Wow.
High in the air, Kairan Powell is not able to get there. He didn't pick up the trajectory, it would seem, as quickly as he would have hoped. That short ball works. That is probably what I wanted to see from Cottrell before, but it's Jason Holder to Animal who delivers the short ball with telling effect.
Didn't quite get hold of it, and hitting into that strong wind coming out of the east. Just held up in the air enough for Kieran Powell to get under it. quite get hold of it, but it just holds up, and Powell in the end overhauls it very easily. Holder picks up his first wicket, what the West Indies needed. Animal goes for 10. It's 35 for 1.
Two elder statesmen at the crease, Shakib and Tamim, who've played so well together. Very inviting straight boundaries here, but that was pretty decently played. The bat face presented all the way through the shot.
It's over pitch delivery. And again, evidence the ball is coming onto the bat. Just hit straight through the line. And that's as well stopped. Kemo Paul doing the business. That's a shot Tamim Iqbal plays very well. Short and given a lot of room outside that off stump, and they're loving it. Just opens the face and slashes it away.
Yeah, that's a delight, and that is the area the batsmen like to feed to. Where it came from, straight back past the bowler for a needed boundary.
It's just a very good drive. A batsman who is in a very good touch. Shakib Al Hasan plays, there's a beautiful off drive, presenting the full face of the bat. Anything down the ground just looks very pretty. This time it's short again, and just pulled that away. Another boundary. He gets going, Shakib Al Hasan. So back-to-back boundaries for him.
Well, Jason Holder had a chat to Kemo Paul at the start of this over, and I don't think it was about bowling there. Yeah, more glove love with these two. It's a lovely stroke. This races away with the breeze, and the small ground and the 50 partnership between these two comes up again.
Yeah, wrong line from Bishu, because there were two men in that direction inside the circle. The moment he bisected those two fielders, it was boundary written all over, right from the word go. Couple of runs and another 50. Well played, Tamim Iqbal.
Get him! And so they're not going to let him bowl to them this time. Oh, misfield. Come on, Jason.
Not a good effort at all by the captain, Jason Holder, especially when you're trying to contain these two.
In the air, safely taken. Shakib admonishes himself as he walks off. Kemo Paul takes the catch. Wicket to Nurse.
And a very good wicket for the Windies. Ashley Nurse breaking this partnership, 181. Created some pressure, hitting against the turn. Was a good option to hit with the wind, but he didn't quite middle it. He will be disappointed. Celebration from Ashley Nurse. Gets a start, 37. It's 116 for 2 now.
impressive. Mushfiqur Rahim comes to the crease, has played a couple of good knocks in this series. His half century last game failed to finish what he recovered, and powered his way to a quick fire innings. Easily for 6.
Confidence. Mushfiqur Rahim, he's been batting really well, imposing himself. A couple spectators woken up from this shot. Nice use of the feet, hitting with the turn.
Should be a couple. So easy to punish deliveries on this ground, on this pitch, when you can hit through the line.
And why he can do that is because he's spent the time out in the middle. He's been there from the start. He's not taken too many unnecessary risks as a batsman. It's his time to cash in now. This is Cotterell's second spell, so he knows exactly what he's capable of. And he measures the boundary as well.
Well, that was struck powerfully down the ground. Good pitch here. Just came right onto the bat, and all he had to do was hit through the line.
Yeah, this time it's Tamim Iqbal who's belted that one down the ground, and a couple of sixes already in this innings, also down the ground. I think that is a good ploy because that's the shorter side of the boundaries compared to the one on the square side. So they would be feeling a lot more comfortable.
That's beautifully stroked again. Should be cut off. Ravman Powell doing the fielding.
Good sound once it's hit right in the middle of the bat from Tamim Iqbal. Good work in the deep also. Struck very nicely. And he's looking comfortable, he's looking good. On to 79 now.
Well, he's picked his spot. There's no one there. And it brings up the 150 for Bangladesh.
Turning out to be a very good over. Clever piece of batting. Picked up the slower one quite quickly and knew exactly when he wanted to put it away. No fielders in that direction. Only one inside the circle. You got to get it right, spot right, because it is a very good pitch for batting.
Attempted slower delivery there from Kemo Paul. Just pulled it down too short.
Ball.
Bowled him. Walks straight across his stumps, trying to hit it fine. And leg stump hit. Ashley Nurse picks up his second.
Yeah, he was eyeing to hit it out of the ground because it was short and it was down the leg side. And he got into a position, but exposed the leg stump. Look at how far he has gone back. And he misses it, and it goes on to hit the leg stump. That's a big wicket for Windies, a very important one. And it's Ashley Nurse who picks up his second. He's picked up earlier Shakib. Now it's Mushfiqur, gone for 12. Bangladesh 3 down for 152.
Comes in to replace Mushfiqur.
Hey!
That's through Chris Gale, and it'll go all the way. Run signaled. And they'll end up getting two quite comfortably here. That should go all the way. Good improvisation from Mahmudullah. Ends the 34th over. Bangladesh 169 for 3. Well, there's no one in that area, and he's been eyeing it for a while as Tamim.
The moment he just trains down the leg side, not enough, just enough, and he picks up the ball very nicely off his legs. He knows there's nobody down there, but he's got hit that a long way, and he's gone for the maximum. 98 to Tamim now.
Well done, Douche. And well done, Tamim Iqbal. Yeah, second one of the series, his 4th outside Asia. And he has now scored more hundreds outside Asia than any other Bangladesh player. Well played, Tamim Iqbal. Not quite as slick this pitch, but I tell you what, that is a slick strokey and Bishop for Mahmudullah.
It is exploiting those short straight boundaries again. Ashley Nurse, to his credit, has kept a full length. And it is imperative that Bangladesh look to try to shift into another gear. Run rate has gone over 5 and over now.
That's very friendly. Yeah, Nurse has finished that. He's got 2 for 53 from his 10. Good hustling, good calling from Mahmudullah. And again. Ah! Guess who's got in the way? That's a good catch falling. Just talking about looking towards a team 300 because the 200's up. And Powell, who gets a game, gets a catch.
You could see what Tamim Iqbal is trying to do. The Windies have not had a deep square leg for him. So he recognizes the 2 men behind square up in the circle. He swept one in Bishop's previous over for 6. Tried it again. A well played for 103, 200 for 4.
4 down for 200. Let's welcome in the captain, Mushrafi Murtaza. It's a lovely stroke, given that he's cramped it. Yeah, you see, plenty of time to give himself a bit of room. Murtaza, that is, cashing in back-to-back boundaries here.
Jason looked as though he tried to go Yorker this time. It's a good shot, though. Gave himself that room you talked about. Yeah, tried to go genuine Yorker and punished it. Bangladesh need this little flurry. Previous 2 overs only gave them 7 runs.
That's pace has that factor. Has mistimed it, but he's got it over the rope. 1 bounce for 4. So we've had a hat-trick of boundaries here. Geez, I tell you what, he's mistimed it. That could have gone a long way. In fact, that sort of slot ball, Bish, could have gone down the road, down the street.
You've got to change your length here. Simply too full. That's where he's looking to strike.
The problem, he changed the field for Mahmudullah, and you know, I just like that 3rd man. I think if you've got pace, you have to have a 3rd man, Bish.
Well, we discussed that. We said that the premise on which you bowl the full wide deliveries, having the 3rd man back. And I think before Keemo Paul actually bowled this ball, he looked at Jason Holder and he said, "Skipper, can I keep the deep 3rd man?" But I don't think he met with a consensus from his skipper. Now he will get it. That's why he's a little frustrated there. He wanted it initially.
Oh, lovely improvisation. Got enough on it? Oh, you betcha. It has gone all the way for the max. Captain. Little shimmy and rock back. pops it right where he wants to. Yeah, again, it's pace off, but look how he's got inside this, onto the off stump.
Edged, and he will get a boundary. Pace on the ball. Very unlucky for Keemo Paul.
Well, you can expect this at this stage of the game. Was wide, not full enough. Not going to be having any slips at this point, and third man is wide. Well, that's going to go again. Just too wide from Keemo Paul. Yes, those are handy edges at the end of the innings.
Gone. Chris Gayle takes a simple catch. Jason Holder finally gets another breakthrough. The explosive Mortaza has to go.
Well, he's been very expensive, Jason Holder, but finally picks up another wicket to just halt the momentum of this partnership. So Mashraf Mortaza goes for 36 from 25. Handy. It's 253 for 5. And that's going to be his 50. How many times have we seen him strike the ball straight down the ground? Power and timing. Goes on to 54, Mamadullah. Just have a look at this.
His 1950 in his ODI career, Mamadullah.
Well, straight onto leg stump, and away it goes. Good shot from Sabir.
As a right-hander, you would also be aiming to leg, to hit with the wind. Cottrell getting too straight, that's easy pickings. There's no one behind square deep on the fence. Just uses the pace and helps it.
That's gone as well. Slower delivery from Cottrell. And Sabir picking it up early. 12 from 8 deliveries.
Yeah, what we've seen from him is a preference to hit the ball through the leg side. It might be a good option for Cottrell to stay over the wicket and angle the ball across the right-handed Shabir Rahman.
In the air and taken.
Evan Lewis takes a simple catch. Cottrell gets his man, but he's been expensive, conceding 2 boundaries before the departure. You'd expect this at this stage of the innings. Just didn't get to the length. He was still aiming to leg side, and it was a wide delivery through that offside. He goes for 12, it's 279 for 6. Mamadullah takes strike. Nice shot, advances, gets the elevation, and it's a biggie.
Sheldon Cottrell bowling a lot of slower deliveries. And this one goes sailing over long on.
Nicely played, wonderful timing. And he will end it on a high. Another boundary, 19 off the over. It's 289 for 6.
That's going to be 4.
He gets the gap. This is good for Bangladesh. He's just come to the crease. Usually it's very difficult to find a boundary immediately. He gets one. They will get there. 300, make it 301. Bangladesh will be quite pleased with their batting effort. The Windies, on the other hand, they would think that they would have let Bangladesh off. There were quite a number of opportunities to dismiss batsmen with the run-out option. Jason Holder, some of his bowlers being a little too expensive. But it's a good batting surface. And for the first half of the game, Bangladesh will be quite pleased.
Bangladesh finished on 301 for 6. They got another century, number 11 for Tamim Iqbal, 103 to him, 67 to Mahmudullah. That was critical to give them some drive towards the end of the innings. 2 wickets to the captain, Jason Holder, and also a couple to Nurse. Nurse and Bishu, I thought, were quite good again, quite economical. Which meant that the Windies would need to score 302 of their 50 overs at just over 6 per over on average. We'll take a short break, and when we come back, we'll have all the action and the highlights from the Windies run chase.
Chris Gayle, look at that record. Collectively, beyond him, the Windies players can't compare. Evan Lewis, the young Turk, you would say, he's been impactful in his short ODI career. Off the mark, stretched a bit, Chris Gayle. Chris Gayle, the power of this man makes it look so easy. His first boundary just gives himself room, and he looks like he knows exactly where that ball was going to pitch.
He invited Mortaza to come to the stumps by backing away that early.
Just tugs it wide of the man at mid-on. Gets his first boundary.
Yeah, he intended, I think, to hit it a little bit straighter. Yeah. And off camera, he was showing Chris Gayle the inner half of the bat. It's that little cutter. The bat face closes because the ball hits off center, and that's why the face closes. I still think he should come out of his crease, bat out of his crease.
Gayle, his power didn't quite look like he middled it, but it's got the distance.
That's why I think Gayle, look, he's a danger anywhere, but particularly on this ground. His ability to hit the ball straight gives him a significant advantage here. He hits it straight easily and with power.
Blemish in the field. Chris Gayle will get a boundary.
Bangladesh were poor in the field last game, and it cost them in the end. That should have been stopped.
Gayle, where does he go? Take a little clip around the corner. Add to the score.
He'd pulled most of his deliveries from around the wicket. This time around, he's gone over the wicket. Slow delivery, just got it wrong. Straining down the leg side, easy. Around the corner, clipping it away. And inside the circle, had no chance whatsoever. The boundary.
Oh, there you go again. Fatted it and some. Over cover. Brings up the 50 with a classic Gale bash. 9 down, 51 for none. Oh, that's a beauty. Wow. That is fizzed on, and he's been rewarded as the Bangladesh skipper with a peach.
That's a great delivery. In the good length area, which has been bowling off. It took off. Good seam position. It just moved away. And look at the way it goes. The reaction, good reactions from Mushfiqur Rahim. But an important wicket. Even Lewis gone for 13, struggled for 13. It's 53 for 1.
So just getting things underway in his career, the 24-year-old.
Again straining down the leg side. This time is around the wicket, but it's gone to the boundary. He'll not be happy. 7 in that over. 60 for 1.
For him to do that, and that's a cracker. Really is. Easy as you like. Flat bat punch down the ground.
Yeah, shots like this will come from the bat of Chris Gale. Another flat one from the big man down the ground.
Hit that spot exactly again, but it's 50 to Chris Gale of just 39 deliveries. 40 now, and will know that if he can spend another 25 overs there, he gives his team a great chance.
We'll just help that on its way.
That's gone. That's riding the wind, and it didn't need to.
Probably the weakest link in the bowling chain in this kind of cricket, Mahmudullah. Just pulls this one down, and you don't bowl that to Chris Gale. Or that. I don't think that's going to stay with us. I think that's gone into the city. Launched it. Last seen heading to the prison.
Here we go! Oh, it's all over. He's done it again. Right on cue. Rubul Hussain has got the big fish here.
Big blow to the Windies. Christopher Henry Gale, he will not be able to continue his innings. It's been a very good one so far from him. He'll be way disappointed with this. I think his intention was to hit it a lot straighter. There was pace off the ball. That bottom hand came into play too early and just tugged it down to the man at lawn. What a wicket, important. Mehdi Hassan, he's got a safe pair of hands, but Gale has to go for 73. It's 105 for 2 now. Shai Hope gets his first boundary. 34 deliveries. Very much on the slow side. Batting at number 3. The important thing, he's still there. Can't afford to lose his wicket now. Nice shot for a boundary. Slowly getting into different gear. Shai Hope, his second boundary. Moves into the 20s now. Yeah, number 3 batsman must have the experience, you would think, to play the context of the match, to understand what is required in the situation. Very nice shot. Wasn't that short. Made enough room to get under it and to strike it in the vacant mid-wicket region.
Well, shades of Sabina. Saw that innings of 86 in that test match there in Jamaica. Swivel. Feet just swivel and pop there. Yeah, it's lovely. Really is easy on the eye.
Lovely shot. And Shai Hope comes from the same country as the great man. And if he can put his name in the history books, even quarter of it, he'll be pleased.
Well, slowly but surely he's gaining in confidence. It's been a very slow start for Shai Hope. Oh, that's a cracking shot. Up in the air. This should be taken. Oh! Rubal Hussain. That should have been taken.
Poor misjudgment. First from Hope and then from Rubal. Probably still a little bit wary, having just finished a spell. Barely touched it.
That one was short and picked away. Will not be happy, Shakib Al Hasan, but Shai Hope will be quite pleased to pick up a boundary.
Got in the length of Mehidy Hasan. Look, he is excellent and growing in stature as a young player. His control is of the highest class.
What an important and crucial wicket. It bowled it a little bit quicker and he cramped him for room. Looking to play it on the onside. Just got on a little bit quicker after getting that ball pitched in the right area. At my goes. Bowled Mehidy Hasan for 30. Windies lose another wicket. It's 172 for 3.
Oh, not far away from short mid-wicket, but a half century nonetheless to Shai Hope. Oh, gone. Gone for almost a mix-up. And the disgust on the face of Powell.
Well, this changes things drastically. Powell just took off. Single wasn't there. And gets stranded. It was hit firmly. The call was pretty clear, and Powell just couldn't stop in time. This has changed the complexion of things drastically. Powell gone for 4. West Indies now 179 for 4.
Rovman Powell, give it some. Skimmed across the outfield, 7 off, 187 for 4. Standing on off stump, there's a thrashing blade. and an edge that races away to third man for 4.
Bangladesh were batting. It's batting on off stump. Just getting through that gap between the keeper and third man.
That's what he was looking for, Rovman Powell, but this is Shai Hope. Massively needed with the 200 up now for the home side. Here's this one is out of the screws. Finally, Powell gets one.
He has finally got the length he could work with. Favours the onside, Rovman Powell. And gets hold of this one.
That is clean and crisp and gone for 4 here.
Yeah, that couldn't have been more than 10 yards to the right of long off, but it was hit so hard. Good over for the West Indies. 13 from it. 43 gone. It's 224 for 4.
Goes in the air. Should be taken. Gone. Shai Hope. Well, it was a workman-like innings from him. Took a lot of deliveries throughout his innings. Finally, it comes to an end.
And it's the captain. Once again, a cutter. He's been batting for such a long time. This time he puts it straight in the hands of the experienced Shakib Al Hasan. Hope goes. He goes for 64, 224 for 5.
Gone. That's a paw of Rovman Powell, playing the ideal innings in the situation.
Never too late. That is a cracking shot. It's the first delivery, so he picked up the maximum of the very first delivery from Mustafiz. It's a low full toss and sits in the slot, and he's put that away in style.
Very nice. Rovman Powell shows his class as a young player. He's got immense potential. Contributed handsomely in that second ODI match where he scored 44 from 67 yet again. On this occasion, doing the job. 245 for 5.
What I like about Powell is that he just stays in his crease and picks up the length so quickly. He's a very quite clean to hit the ball and then hit it way over the top in the outfield. Mustafizur have been expensive in the last 2 overs that he has bowled. With that single, he brings up his 50. What an important 50. This is for Rovman Powell. 251 for 5.
He goes for it. Gets enough. Powerful stroke and finds the gap.
Now that area is turning out to be one of his favorite areas. The gap between the mid-wicket and long on. That is a cracking shot. He picks up the length very quickly.
He goes for it. It goes high, doesn't get the distance, and catch taken.
He's such a good bowler under the circumstances. 29 in the last 2 overs that Mustafizur Rahman bowled. And Mashrafi Murtaza had no hesitation to bring him on from the other end. And he's done the trick. He sent back the skipper, Jason Holder. He's fine, absolutely fine. That is a big blow. He's trying to play a big shot and only finding Rubel Hussain. Superb delivery and a very good wicket, much needed one for Bangladesh. Jason Holder goes for 9. Windies are 6 down for 262. Oh, they'll take no problem whatsoever. What a delivery. But it's a boundary in the end.
Unfortunate. He goes for it. First one. Sixer.
That's what they need. 22 more required from 5. The kind of a start that the Windies would have hoped for. First one has gone for the maximum.
But Rovman Powell, he's believing in his ability, holds his shape a lot better on the last couple deliveries and gets it 88 meters from the pitch.
Bangladesh have done it. 21 in the last 3. Look what it means to Mashrafi Mortaza. Celebration time for Bangladesh. They've gone on to beat Windies by 18 runs and takes the series 2-1.
First series win since 2009 for Bangladesh outside of Asia. Courtney Walsh, their coach. All the players will celebrate.
The Windies finished on 283 for 6. Chris Gayle looked promising at one point, as if he could take the game on his own. He finished on 73 of 66 deliveries before his dismissal. 74 to Rovman Powell, who tried his best towards the end, muscling the ball to all parts. Shai Hope got 64, but he will reflect that maybe he couldn't rotate the strike and score quickly enough in those middle overs. Mortaza picked up 2 for 63 key blows. His captaincy was also brilliant. A wicket apiece for Mehidy Hasan. He was outstanding all across this tour. And credit to Rubel Hussain as well. So confirmation of how the third ODI played out. Bangladesh winning by 18 runs and taking the series by 2 games to 1.